Welcome to KC's workshop. I am Kinky Craftsman, and today we are making the horizontal boards that fit into the Czech Gloryhole Wall at KC's Magic Kingdom. It's a kinky vacation rental south of Orlando, Florida. The link for that is below. But if you haven't seen the first video, stop right now, go back and watch it, and then come catch up. But enough of me talking about it, let's go build it. First up, I cut all the horizontal boards to length, about 3/8 of an inch smaller than the wall opening. Then I ran them all through the joiner to square up one edge. I cut a dado down the length of the squared off edge to create a groove, and then I had to repeat it like 1,000,000,000 times. On the opposite edge of the groove, I cut a tongue. The intent is this will keep the boards in line and interlock them, giving more vertical strength to the wall. Now, for my absolute favorite part of the entire process. If only it went this fast in real life. Now, for some fun. I've been trying to figure out how to use this for fire play, but I'm not sure that's a good idea. It probably won't stop me from trying though. Here I fabricate the 3 outer stops, and the first thing I need to do is step it back because the wall and the wood frame were not quite even. I really couldn't figure out what I did there, but anyways, I fixed it. But you'll see a better edge profile here in a minute that shows exactly what I'm talking about. This is me being lazy here, and I just moved the fence about 1/8 of an inch at a time instead of installing a dado blade. Here you can see how I step back the outer stops. The outer stops are now ready to be cut to length. Now for the fun part, to actually start putting the boards into the wall. The first 4 that I'm going to install, I'm going to actually screw them to my side stops here, just so, because those don't need to change, but the rest of them will be able to come out and you can interchange them depending on what you want to put in there. So the first one, I did have to trim the bottom a little bit so it would sit level in the opening. The floor is not quite level, but the rest of them, they're all the same. On the outside door stops, I need to create a gap or a notch where I can insert the last couple of boards into the wall. That way when they slide down, I can insert the last couple of boards. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to get them in, and the wall would look really funny with a gap at the top. It kind of defeats the whole purpose. I used a couple pieces of scrap wood to hold the horizontal boards in place until I can attach the outer door stop. On this board, the tongue was a little too wide, so I had to take it back to the saw. Here I'm trying to use a spacer to try to figure out how big the gap needs to be, so there's a little bit of wiggle room. You'll see that in a second, where I mark and then cut the notches. I am marking the bottom and the top part of the notch on both sides on the outer stops. That way I can get the last 2 boards in without them falling out. It worked! I love it when a plan comes together. So now you can see how the notch will hold the last couple boards in, but yet allow them to take them out without using any tools, any fasteners. That way it's quick and easy in case you need to get someone out of the wall. The last step for the horizontal boards is to rip a small board that will fit up into the 1-inch gap above the wall, and then it will drop back into place. That way you can put the piece in, kind of push it up, and put the last full board in, and then the little piece will drop on top of the full board and kind of lock it in with the tongue and groove and give the illusion that the whole wall is now completely solid. Okay, here is a real test. Drum roll, please. It worked, just as I planned. Why wouldn't it though? Probably like a million reasons why it wouldn't work out that way. It actually doesn't happen often that the way you plan it in your head is actually how it turns out, but when it does, it's amazing. Now I need to cut the top outer stop to length. The wall is also feeling pretty solid. Quick test fit of the upper outer stop. What I'm measuring here is a setback of how much I need to remove where the drywall sticks out past the frame of the wall. That way the top piece kind of reach around, hey now. But this is a way to get the stop closer to the horizontal board, keeps them looking secure because no one likes a sloppy wall. Here you can see the cutback, and now it's ready to see how it fits. It actually looks pretty good. Now I'm going to try to take out the top full board by pushing up the smaller top piece. Finally! Now, the last thing to do is char the outer stops and secure them to the wall, and just like that, the frame is done. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video where I build all the fun bits that go inside the wall.